So in this video, I'm comparing the iPhone 15 Pro Max to the Google Pixel 8 Pro, and there's 100 videos already comparing these two phones. So I'm throwing in a wild card. It is the Xiaomi 13T Pro with Leica camera technology. Now what's particularly interesting about this video is that Apple are completely in-house with their camera computation, photography and lens calibrations, and so is Google. But it is Xiaomi who have outsourced part of the engineering of their camera module to Leica, and they have 100 years photographic experience. So let's see how that works in action. Also, this is a great mic test for you guys. Let me know which mic sounds the best to you. Anyway, let's look at some photos. So the Twisted Museum on Oxford Street is full of multi-sensory exhibits designed to challenge the senses of the human eye. So we'll start here to see how computer vision and software and AI and image sensors, and in particular how the Leica lenses truly see these unique exhibits. And straight away, the lighting in this area is designed to strip away colors. Now, I can assure you that I did not alter these images in any way at all. All three photos were snapped in quick succession. And as you can see, the Xiaomi device would seem to be the only one that was able to balance out the colors quickly and accurately. I honestly did not see this coming. Okay, this is my sister. She's standing in for me in quite a few of the photos in this video. And if you want to follow her TikTok and Instagram accounts are on screen. So go follow her, I'm sure she'll appreciate it. So this exhibit has red, green and blue high power lights shining on a white wall. And you can see they kind of cancel each other out, and that wall, when you're standing there, looks pure white. And when you stand in front of it, the shadows that you cast separates the colored lights behind you, so you get this kind of effect on the wall. Anyway, let's talk about the picture quality. This is an ultra wide shot, and clearly the brightest and whitest wall is seen on the Xiaomi photo. This could be due to that Leica lens calibration combined with the Leica authentic colors. And it's important to remember that the quality of the lenses can impact a photo like this pretty significantly, because if less light is lost around the edges, more of it can be directed towards the image sensor. The colors pop quite a bit more on the Xiaomi 13T Pro photo than the other two. Arguably the most natural looking picture might be the Pixel 8 Pro, and the iPhone 15 Pro Max has done a great job of capturing details and skin tones. But the question is, which one looks best to you? Let me know in the comments. Alright, this is an excellent test for low light HDR, and this definitely is a complicated scene for computational photography, as this will completely throw off any kind of scene detection abilities of the AI. The iPhone has lifted the shadows and reduced the bright highlights to the point where things are actually starting to look a little bit washed out. The Xiaomi 13T Pro has left the dark shadows in the shot, which is pretty accurate to be honest, and it has let the neon bulbs slightly overexpose a little bit, but not so much where you can't see the colors of them anymore. In the Xiaomi photo, I also like the colors on the floor and behind me. They seem very accurate, very nice, very vibrant. The Pixel 8 Pro has controlled the highlights and not touched the shadows at all, similar to the Xiaomi, which also looks nice. Once again, here's the question to you. If you visited the Twist Museum on Oxford Street and you snapped this photo, which one of these would you be most pleased with? Now here's a quick HDR video clip, and take a look at the differences in colors, and these were shot simultaneously on all three phones. So here's another incredibly challenging shot. Lots of bright lights reflecting in all directions, and this is certainly a recipe to throw off camera AI. What's interesting about this little tunnel is actually when you're standing in there, you can't see any of the lights at all. But anyway, I'm impressed with the Xiaomi 13T Pro, how it's managed to pinpoint the person in the image and bring out the detail. And I do believe this is going to be partly camera AI, but partly Leica color calibration. And I say that because it's undoubtedly produced the most natural skin tones out of the three. The other two photos look interesting. This time the iPhone has done the opposite of what it did in the last picture and left the image really dark. The Pixel 8 Pro has added some brightness and a little color saturation, which does look nice. Okay, this is a great test for colors. Interestingly enough, if I had to pick a winner here, I would probably pick either the iPhone or the Xiaomi. The colors and the lighting have thrown the Pixel 8 Pro off its game a little bit. It just seems a bit dull in comparison to the other two. The iPhone looks very saturated and the Xiaomi may be a little bit too bright. This is a hard one to judge, so let me know what you think. And if you're wondering what color profile I'm using in this video on the Xiaomi, it is the Leica authentic profile. Okay, so now it's your turn to comment on the next few. Let me know which ones you think win and give me a short explanation as to why you think that. And I'll be back in a moment for some portrait shots. Okay, here's a selfie portrait, and this is camera AI in full effect. As you probably already know, the camera will try to cut out the person, blur the background, which is what you can get with a proper camera lens. And the Xiaomi 13T Pro does, by default, have the skin smoothing on in overdrive. I didn't mess with any of the settings on any of these phones. I want to show you guys how the cameras are configured straight out of the box. You can turn it off if you want to. The edge detection on the Xiaomi could be better, and the reason it's not going to be as good as the iPhone is probably because it's applying that skin smoothing effect. The Pixel does a great job of colors, but it's definitely more sharp around the edges than the iPhone, which is quite surprising to see. And if you're wondering why I'm smiling, well, this is why. There's nothing like a cold beer on a roof terrace on a rare sunny day in London. This is a rear camera portrait shot, and all three look really good. It does seem like the phones find it easier to add a portrait effect when there are no faces and skin tones in the scene to correct. I like the color accuracy here on the Xiaomi with the Leica colors. The Pixel's also done a very good job in this department, and the iPhone does seem to have boosted the exposure level, so it's a bit brighter than the other two. And this is an example of what I mean in regards to when there is a person in the shot. You can see the ability to create that bokeh effect artificially takes a bit of a hit when trying to add the skin effect simultaneously with the depth effects. All right, now let's do a little maximum zoom test, and then the 2x and 5x photos, and then I'll join you again for the night photos. Okay, welcome to the night shootout. Thanks for making it this far. And before we begin, two things. Don't forget to subscribe if you like content like this. And number two, did you do it yet? Okay, here are my observations on this first one. The iPhone has delivered the sharpest image of all, and you can really see that in the details in the photo. The Xiaomi 13T Pro has a greener tint to it, but great details. The Pixel 8 Pro is warmer, and when it comes to color accuracy and what I was seeing with my eyes, the most true to life to me seems to be the Xiaomi. But with that said, you could make a good case for the Pixel or the iPhone, as they've brightened up the scene quite a lot. So let me know in the comments, which night shot do you prefer? Here's another night shot with a moving target this time. It's me and the Phantom Menace Oreo the dog. And this is definitely a more difficult photo for computational photography, particularly at night, as longer exposures can often introduce blurring and overexposure in bright areas of the photo. But actually, all three phones have done really well. I do like the Xiaomi for the accuracy of the colors here. And again, that's probably down to the Leica camera tech. And I also like the details and the sharpness here in the foreground. Let me know if you disagree with me on this one, but I do think the Xiaomi has performed particularly well here. Okay, this is a very dark scene and you can see a massive difference in the photographic styles. The iPhone has those warmer yellow orange tones. The Pixel 8 Pro has that cooler, more magenta hue to it. And the Xiaomi 13T Pro in this particular shot has really boosted the color saturation, which is unusual. We've not seen that throughout this video until now, but it's done minimal lifting of the shadows in comparison to the other two. When I look at these three photos, I think I know which one looks best, but I'm interested to know what your thoughts are on this, so leave a comment and let me know. Okay, this is a challenging shot and the camera lenses will come into play here. You'll notice on the Pixel 8 Pro and the iPhone 15 Pro Max photos that you get some ghosting of that red light in random places on the image. And this is the kind of thing that can be reduced with better lenses, better lens coatings, and of course with the expert guidance of Leica. The Xiaomi phone seems to avoid this quite a bit. There is a little bit there, but not as much as the other two. But you know, sometimes light flares actually look really good and can be used creatively. But the reality is, in most cases, for clearer, more accurate shots, you want to minimize the amount of ghosting and light flares so you get a nice clean photo. But with that said, it would be cool to see some photographic AI features in the future that maybe allows you to add light flare effects in real time artificially whilst taking a photo. That would be really fun to play around with. So here I am again, chilling on the steps. And if you're still here, you know I like to share some ominous and sometimes completely out of context thoughts with you guys. So here's one for you. So I was thinking, all this talk of human eyes and computer vision and AI and how AI is rapidly evolving. Some of the stuff that's going to be available with the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 in the future is insane. And the problem with AI is people have fear of it, fear of a war between man and machine. And the reality is that maybe AI one day will have enough foresight to see the problems with this world and solve them. And if that does come to pass, it won't be AI that starts the war, it will be the people that don't want to see it happen. And on that note, keep an eye out for the Xiaomi 14 series. It's one of the first to be rocking the new titan of AI, the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3. And if you want to see why this new chip will change the smartphone game forever, then check out this video that's on screen right now. That'll explain everything. Appreciate you guys for watching this one. See you in the next one. Don't be late.